They have entered now in your dreams. Wow. You got to a point where it's no longer a fun or chill conversation. The devil is downright that arrogant, that diabolical, that bold. He is using or trying to use you, what, against you, what, to destroy your marriage by any means necessary. Oh, that's the goal. If you hadn't noticed, brothers and sisters, it's not necessarily the people or the places or the fantasies. It's the mission. And the mission is to dismantle families. Oh, yeah. Keep that in the forefront of the theme of this message, if you would. The goal of Satan is to destroy your household. And he's trying to use you and your weaknesses to tear your family apart. He needs a willing vessel. And until you realize that, the better you are. Oh, you need to talk to your spouse about this. You need to be open and honest about what really goes on from time to time in the workplace. I mean, listen, no one is above reproach. Satan tries to play games with me even. Oh yeah. You don't think that there's attractive people in the world other than my husband? Oh, my husband's a looker. Oh, he's a looker. But still, this flesh is weak, brothers and sisters. And until you stop pacifying this flesh and this fleshly desires, the better you are. So today I thought it would be very appropriate to talk about the elephant in the room for many of these marriages out there. They're going through a lot, and maybe, visually, this person that you're working with, like I talked about in the other video, is someone that you desire. You are attracted to this person. You may be attracted to their conversation. You may be attracted to their swagger, or you may be even attracted to them on an emotional heart-to-heart level. They have something that your spouse is not facilitating. You don't want to talk to your spouse about this. You don't want to help your marriage in any way. You just want to enjoy the ride. You are at a point, many of you, where you just are comfortable with having your cake and eat it too, or maybe just licking the icing. Maybe, oh man, okay, we're getting somewhere. You didn't eat the cake, you just licking the icing. You're playing Russian roulette with your marriage, and let's just get right into this, shall we? All right, so the fantasy, okay, of you with this person has entered in where you lay your head. They're not only in your house, they're in your bed. They're in your bedroom before you go to sleep. You're thinking about this so-called work spouse right before you go to bed. And you're thinking about them so much. Some of you out there are thinking about them. Can I just go there? Okay. You're thinking about them as you're actually having sex. Some of you with your Somebody said, I just got exposed out there. Somebody said, oh, Samantha, you're exposing me. I'm just trying to be honest and truthful and real, because these sort of things, brothers and sisters, happen each and every day. And if this is not dealt with, if this is not talked about, if this is not being dealt with in your marriage, it could lead, hear me, to not only you eating the cake and licking the icing and all this. You may be in a vulnerable position where you're compromising. You're meeting up. You're having sex now with this coworker. You've opened the door. And these are why many people, hear me very clearly, okay? Hear me very, very clearly. These are some of the reasons why many people invite these incubus and succubus demons in their dreams. They literally are inviting them And the reason why they're inviting them is because, hear me very clearly, they have fantasized about them. That's check number one. Number two, they've opened up a door of communication emotionally. They're flirting with them. They're doing all these things that are opening up these doors. So if the doors are open, then the enemy is saying, okay, it's like on his radar. These people are trying to go there. So what was Satan going to do? Satan then is going to recruit his people, his demons, to manifest in your dreams to the point where they visually look like them, they physically act like them, each and every characteristics. Remember, when you're at work, demons and angels are sitting right there. They're present. You can't see them, but they're sitting right there. And many of the evil spirits are taking notes. They're monitoring what you are doing, saying how you guys are flirting, interacting, and the like. So when you take those fantasies back home and don't discuss this with your spouse, where do you think those thoughts and emotions and soul ties are going? They're building, brothers and sisters, they're building a little castle, a fantasy castle, a retreat of some sorts, a getaway, an escape mechanism that only you and that person are involved in. Maybe it's a situation, brothers and sisters, where it's somewhat more one-sided than the other. Maybe it's you. Maybe you're so in love with this coworker and this coworker thinks you're a cool person, but you are just madly in love with them. But you don't say it. You don't say it, but secretly you're just straight up madly in love with this person. You don't discuss it with your spouse. You don't come clean, nothing. All you just do is just mentally, emotionally, and psychologically have this in the back of your mind. Right? You don't talk to God about it. You don't say, Lord, I'm guilty as charged. Please deliver me, help me. You don't seek anybody's help. You don't talk to the brethren about it, right? You just are secretly going through the motions all alone by yourself. That's a dangerous place, brothers and sisters, because if you're all alone by yourself, the enemy is, I'm telling you, he's having a field day because he's being strategic. This is a chess game with him. And he's being very, very strategic in his next move. Again, the theme and the premise and the mission is to break up your family. Period. And as soon as you realize that the enemy doesn't care about, the fact that your husband doesn't do it great or your wife doesn't do it like this or that, he is trying to break down the family so that the children can be displaced, tossed to and from, the marital union is gone. So be mindful of that. Don't be selfish to the point where, well, he doesn't please me or she's not pleasing me or this, that, and the third. Well, how about you communicate that? How about you just be vulnerable and cry it out and say, you know what, I'm attracted to this person. Maybe, we need to talk more about this and that, or this is downright an attack from the devil. This is a setup. This is covert. Brothers and sisters, can I keep it all the way real with you? Sometimes it's a situation. Oh man, this is. I gotta just say it. Sometimes it's a situation, brothers and sisters, where you could have been really judgmental about somebody else's downfall. Looked at them, judged them, and now you on your prideful hiatus, your judgmental, self-righteous hiatus, you just now got caught slipping in that same line. Oh, man. It's your turn now. Oh, yeah. It's your turn to be tricked. It's your turn to take the bait or not take the bait. It's your turn now, brothers and sisters, to be put in a compromising position. And the question remains is, are you going to go all the way through with it? Are you going to jeopardize your marriage? Are you going to be secretive about it? Are you going to invite porn? Or are you going to masturbate? Or how far are you going to go with this? Ooh, let me give you a prime example. Something just came in my mind. years ago when I was single, right? Years ago, I was single. I don't think I was saved then. I don't think I was. I was single. I was hormones raging, very, very attractive. I was fit, all that good stuff. Ladies, when you don't have any kids and your hormones are raging and you're just ready for the world. The world is your oyster, right? So I talked about it, a huge Prince influence. I liked his music. I went to a concert, whatever. I told you about how I was in his dressing room, this, that, and the third. Just check out the videos from the past. Anyway, that lust demon, right, was following me, was on me. I invited it in my life, right? So I go to a true story. I go to a supermarket one day. Oh man, this guy was so attractive that I think about it in hindsight, and I'm like, maybe he was definitely a setup from Satan. Sometimes Satan will set up the people in your area, in your job, in different places that are so attractive that it's on a spiritual level. Like, they're they're not averagely attractive. Like, you see a person, they're cute and you let it go. No, it's to the point where they're so attractive that they almost take your breath away, that you literally can't stop staring, that you literally are drawn to them. Literally. So I'm in this the supermarket, minding my own business. And this guy that looked like he was a white guy. He looked like he literally stepped out of a magazine. That's how perfect his skin, his body, his hair, everything was. I mean, he was mesmerizingly attractive. So I kind of checked him out, but then I started shopping because I didn't want to make it obvious. But he was very, very attractive. And then he looked at me. And then I kind of looked away. But then the next time I looked at him, like on the side eye, I read a T-shirt. Oh, man. Y'all ready for this? Okay. Oh, man, this is going somewhere. I'm so happy I included this in the message. So I read his T-shirt. He had a T-shirt on. Hear me. And it said, I quote, this is the T-shirt he had on. It's only kinky at first. So when I read, I got to keep it real. I'm just, so me in my prime, I'm looking at him, I'm looking at the T-shirt, but the first feeling or emotion, honestly, when I read that, I was like, ew. Like a feeling of disgust came in my mind. I was like, ew, he's nasty, da 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 da. That's the first emotion. Then I walked away. I was disgusted. Then I was like, yo, he nasty. That's disgusting. It's only kinky at first. And hear me, are y'all with? As I'm going to different aisles, purchasing my food, right? His visual face, body is still in my mind. The taste is not out of my mind yet. He's just not out of my mind yet. And then I start thinking about the T-shirt more and more. So at first when I read the T-shirt, it was that of disgust. Like, he's disgusting, he's gross, whatever. And because I thought about anal sex for whatever reason. Now, the guy could have been gay. Maybe that's I don't know. I thought about anal sex and I was like, it's only kinky at first. Like, that's nasty, da da da. Then I'm going to different aisles and different aisles and different aisles. And as the time progresses and as the thoughts wear off, I'm thinking sexual things. And I'm thinking, it's only kinky at first. It's like I'm saying, what did he really... Now I'm dissecting what he really meant. Now my guard is going down. It came from disgust to, oh, maybe that's kind of cool, to, I got to do a part 2. Stay tuned.